Let's take a look at all the new stuff that released in today's update in GTA Online, starting off with the weekly stuff. So the weekly challenge that we got this week is that if you secure 6 bail office bounties, you'll receive $100,000, which is really easy. Securing them just pretty much means turning them in without killing them, so make sure they're not dead, and you'll be able to get an easy amount of money for something that's probably going to take around like 30 minutes or less. The time trial that we got this week is Stab City, the RC time trial is Construction Site 2, and the HSW time trial is Del Perro Beach. As Simeon, we have the Congacetti Cabrio, the Pagasi Fagio Sports, the Ennis Paragon S, the Lampadati Firmware GT, and the Corvette Blackfin. At luxury autos, we have 2 new vehicles, of course, which is the Ubermac Niobe and the Inverto Coquette D1. The prioritized vehicle is the Gauntlet Fire, and the challenge is to place first for 2 days in a row, which is really easy. And then the podium vehicle is the Classic Tulip M100s. The robberies that we have this week is the Mitoni, Gangbanger, and Podium robbery, and the vehicles is the Lampadati Corsita, the Declasse Yosemite, and the Canjo SJ, which none of them seem to be claimable. And then for the bonuses that we got this week, it is double money NRP on Across the Line. And then the discounts is going to be on the Inverto Coquette Blackfin and the Vapid FMJ. For all the new content that's in the new update today, we have the Greenwood Cruiser, the Dorado Cruiser, and the Impala SZ Cruiser, all available on Warstock Cash and Carry. Over on Luxury Autos, we have the Ennis Paragon S, the Bullicon Envisage, the Inverto Coquette D1, the Ennis Euros X32, and the Ubermac Niobe. And over on San Andreas Super Autos, we have the Classe Yosemite. The new property that we could purchase is the Bail Enforcement Office. There's a total of 5 different locations that we could purchase from. We have one that's in Paleto Bay, and 4 of them are in the city. And with these new offices, we're able to finally track down some bounties as well as a most wanted bounty. And you do have the option to whether kill them or if you want to take them in alive. Taking them in alive does of course give the full most payout compared to bringing them dead. And there's a bunch of different, missions that Rockstar has when it comes to these bounties. And the regular bounties take place in free mode, and the most wanted takes place in separate content mission lobbies. And the payouts for what we've seen for regular bounties is around 40,000, and then after that, for the most wanted, it's around 140,000. A few of the older vehicles got some upgrades, which is the Valkyrie Nubula Turbo. We also have the Ubermac Cypher and also the Ubermac Sentinel Widebody. These all got drift tuning upgrades. And also, speaking about the Nubula Turbo, that has been added back to the Southern San Andreas Super Auto site. For the payout rates that have increased, like I was talking about in previous videos, Rockstar has upped the payouts when it comes to a Super Yacht Life missions, Lamar's Lowriders, Operation Paper Trail, the Casino Story missions, General's Last Play, Madrazo Dispatch Services, the Premium Deluxe Repo Work, Project Overthrow, Open Wheel Races, and also Taxi Work. Rockstar's also added a bunch of new clothing into the store, especially these party onesies that I think a lot of people are talking about. So they have hundreds of new accessories and clothing for male and female. For whatever reason though, for this update, we did not get any new hairstyles. For some missions, we knew this one was coming. Rockstar has upped the timers by 50% when you're doing it solo. So that's for biker businesses. So that includes all of them. And also the bunker businesses, which I think were the 2 main ones that were the issue. I don't think any other ones were that bad. So I'm glad Rockstar did that. We also have the armor values. They've increased for the Sparrow, which is a very used vehicle, especially if we're doing the Capri heist, and also the Bambushka, so it makes it a bit more useful. If you have snacks, your inventory is now going to be fully restocked when you launch a contact mission and heist from lobbies, which is great because instead of having to always make sure that you back out, get snacks, whatever, that's something that can be helped out a lot. Drag races also have a new series of rounds, so you don't have to keep backing out, so that's great. Multiple texts and emails to send to players have been spaced out over a long period of times, which is something that Rockstar should have been did. And I think they kind of have improved within these past few updates, but it's just always something. Like you hop into a GTA Online lobby and you just get spammed by Lester, English Dave, whatever. And it's just great that, that's something that's good now. If you want to buy a property, you don't have to have a specific rank. I think before it was like rank 12, but they decided to get rid of that. Rockstar also made it so that if you want to move your Avenger between hangars and facilities, you can actually do that on the interaction menu, so you don't have to physically do that. So kind of just adding more to what they did with the previous update, switching locations for your vehicles. And then for GTA Plus, Rockstar has added a new app to the phone, which is the Vinewood Club app. So now you're able to do 3 things, which is going to be claiming earnings from your businesses, like any safes that you have in any of your places remotely, instead of having to go to each one, which is something that I think should come to everybody. But I think this is only going to be something for GTA Plus, at least for the time being. You can also purchase ammo without having to pay for a convenience charge, and you can also request and purchase club car vehicles. So that's something that's gonna be extremely useful. You can now also customize your vehicles at the workshop that's in the garage. And you actually also get a 10% discount when you store your vehicles. The creator for GTA Online has also got some updates as well, a bunch of updates, really just new options, new implemented things that you want to put into your creation. So that's really good for people that are doing that. And then Rockstar also had like a bunch of bug fixes, probably like over like 100. So I'll leave a link in the description to the patch notes if you want to take a look at that. But just know this kind of stretches throughout like almost everything GTA Online. That includes like tow truck missions, air races, contact missions, doomsday stuff. I'm talking about like some old stuff that's been in the game for months. So whatever people said to Rockstar, then they went to look for it, and they eventually fixed it. Especially fixing one of the biggest bugs that we had so far this year, which was the PC casino bug, which let people pretty much control your game from a different platform. So that's something that has to be fixed really quickly. So I'm glad Rockstar got that done. In addition, with today's update, if you guys want to know more about this, by the way, check out the video I made. We have the addition of the dispatch work. So this lets us play as vigilantes in GTA Online, and basically to start this, you just have to enter a police vehicle and you'll be able to get started with that, completing multiple missions pretty much for Vincent, and getting paid for it too. So that's something that I'm glad Rockstar put. We also have new career progress challenges in GTA Online for the update. So this happens with every DLC update. So if you want to get certain things, vehicles, you also have like clothing and much more. You just have to complete some of the challenges, and honestly some of them do take time, others don't, but I think the ones that we got this time are really great, especially the fact that we were able to get like a cool bail enforcement vest if we are able to complete these challenges. Now, going back to the vehicles, we have a few more drift fed ones that are coming out. So it's a total of 6 drift fed vehicles. Now I'll be having a separate video showcasing and talking more about that. But just know we do have only 8 today and 6 releasing a little bit later. So not much this update, but it's something that Rockstar kind of changes throughout them all. And speaking about the vehicles that came out today, for the Niobe and the Urus X32, these have the HSW upgrades, and then for the Instant Visage and also the Paragon S, those have a mining tech upgrades. And for the rest, they're kind of basic, and besides the other ones that are police vehicles. So we do have some more vehicles that are going to have cool upgrades coming out pretty soon, so look forward to that. And something I did want to touch on GTA Plus, by the way, is that if you do have it, you can get the new vehicle for free, which is the Pastrello, and that'll be available to us next week for all players to purchase. So that's pretty much all the new content that came out with today's update. I'll be having a breakdown and explanation and guides of pretty much all the new stuff that we have, so look forward to that here on the channel. And if you did enjoy and want to see more, you already know what to do. Subscribe and put up post notifications. Also, don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.